Hey there, Vanagon Addicts. It's Ken Wilford here at Van again. I was trying to go at 4 o'clock today and do some streaming with you guys, and YouTube was having none of it. They were giving me lots of hard times and difficulties because they've basically changed how you do your live streams. Apparently, I didn't know this, but yeah. So anyway, good to have you guys here with us today. Hope you are having a great day. Hope you guys are getting more smiles per gallon with your Vanagons. If you guys join us, please say hi in the chat. We'll be glad to talk to you about your Vanagon deals and issues and things like that. And but yeah, we've been going along here this summer. It's been really hot here in New Jersey, so don't know how great the camping and all that stuff has been, but there's been some nice things going on. And so, you know, I hope you guys are enjoying your summer and getting some use out of your vans. I know I haven't been doing live streams every single week. I apologize for that. I hope you guys, you know, can forgive me for that. Let me shut down this stream for some reason because it looks like my resolution is like super low. Okay, super low. So let me shut it down real fast, or see if I can change the resolution. Let me see here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm not really sure why this resolution is so terrible. There you go. Output settings. Okay. Okay. Wow. No. Yes. Alright. Now I will do that. Maybe that will fix it. That was set at 240p resolution. Ugh. Okay, gross. Alright, tell me. Oh, now it seems like it's doing better. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Good to see Costas in the chat. Good to see Billy Shepard in the chat. And we've been doing a lot of work this summer on our website, trying to get more and more items out there for you guys, so you guys can get the stuff you need to keep your vans going down the road. I just got a few items in, so I wanted to talk to you guys about that for a few minutes. If anybody has anything they want to talk about otherwise, like problems with their vans and that kind of stuff, you know, just let us know. Alright, so one of the items I got, something that Billy Shepard got excited about. I got excited when I saw it. I'm like, oh no, I can't believe it. Alright, so these wiper shafts for the Vanagons. I have the one side, but the other side was like no longer available, and I thought, oh great, here it is, I found it. Okay, but when I got them in, they're actually just like really nicely cleaned up and painted used ones. Okay, so Billy, I don't know if you want this or not. I mean, it's in nice condition. It's in, you know, I would say very good to excellent condition. They cleaned it up, they painted it. Okay, and it's less than a new one would cost. Okay, so if you're interested in that, I put them in the web store. I only have like 3. So there you go. Some other stuff we've been getting in. I got these sill pieces for the Westies. Like when you get in and out the sliding door, there are these sill pieces. Actually, most of them I see are black. This particular one is white. I'm trying to show it to you so you can see it kind of from all different angles. Okay, but if you had an early Westie, maybe you had a white one. I'm not sure. We do also have them in black as well, and they're made in Germany by this one company who is super duper anal about stuff and things. So you will probably, I will 100% guarantee you'll be happy with it. And we have them. Look, ebony and ivory together in perfect harmony. Alright, there you go. So we got them. I'm not going to sing the rest of the song, you know it. Alright, let's move on. That's my public service thing for the week. We also found these really cool kits. I got one right here. It is a window frame repair kit. Okay, this particular one is actually for the back hatch window. And it's actually made out of 3 pieces of metal. And you can see basically what it is like when your back window frame, or we also have them for the side windows. I haven't put them on the site yet. And we also have them for the windshield. But a lot of people know these frames, that's where you go to do a window, you go to do a seal, and your frame has got pinholes in it, bubbles and rust holes and all this other stuff. I mean, these kits basically allow you to, you know, cut out parts of the frame that are rusted out, and you can weld in these repair pieces. You can weld in as much as you want. I mean, excuse me, the kits give you enough metal to do the entire bottom of the frame if you want to, but you don't have to do that. They're in pieces, so it ships easier. I mean, you're gonna be welding it in anyway, so you know, whatever. So you know, just if you're interested in that, take a look at that. My video quality is going down the toilet for some reason, but we'll keep going. We also have been getting in a lot of like body repair panels. Okay, so if you look in the website, you're looking for some parts to, you know, weld onto your van to keep them going. We have these really nicely made repair panels. A lot of them are made in Europe, and they would basically, like, this is back for the back little corner piece by the bumper. This is actually where there would be a hole here normally to put your bumper end cap, screw that in there. So, you know, we have these in stock. If you need some of them, we have this piece here, which this is actually the rear. No, we had this is like one of the rear wheel arch. Okay, the one section of it. I think this is the front section, I believe. So it goes from the rear wheel arch up to this little seam right here. So we have some of them. Again, they are made in Europe, and it would help you a lot if you're repairing, you know, welding in some body pieces this summer and doing your rust repairs. We got you covered on that. Then another cool product that I just found that exists, I didn't know about, is a brake line repair kit. Okay, we have them on the site right now for the early Vanagons, 80 to 83. We have them for 83 to 85, which is apparently slightly different, and we have them for 86 to 92, which I know is definitely different. It's good to see Wanderwagon. How you doing, buddy? So basically, I'm like, what are these kits going to be like? So here is one of them. They're in this shrink wrap deal. Kind of looks like a dream catcher, right? A little bit, but it's actually a whole bunch of different length of brake lines. And the funny part is, too, on every single line, they have the actual line length marked on it. I guess that if you knew like what the size of the line was, you could, you know, you could say, oh, that's this 600 millimeter length. I need that in this area or whatever. But, you know, the cool part is, like, a lot of vans, they need their brake lines replaced. Just one single pit in a brake line or a little bubble, if it busts open, you lose your brake fluid, and maybe you'll hopefully just lose your rear brakes and not your front brakes. But sometimes you can lose your front brakes as well. And yeah, that's no good. Okay, that's no fun. So we don't like that. So to avoid that, you buy this nice kit. It's actually not expensive. And so yeah, everybody and their brother is going to call me now in the middle of the stream. It's great. And I'm going to put them on vibrate. So, you know, if you buy this kit, you can basically restore your you can restore your brakes and that kind of thing and be good to go. So take a look at that on there, and depending on what year. I have one of each for the two earlier vans, and I have two of each for the later vans, okay, of these brake line kits. It looks like they even have the little short pieces that go on the calipers too, which are kind of hard to make. I mean, I've made them myself before, and you can make all these lines if you want, okay? But anyway, so, you know, take a look at that. It's in kit form. Now, some people expect, for some weird reason, like, oh, brake lines, you're going to sell a brake line kit for the Vanagon. That means they have to be pre-bent, okay? They're pre-bent to go wherever they're going to go. The reality is that, no. Okay, there's nobody that makes anything like that. Even if they did, I'm not really sure why you would need that or want that. Okay, when you go to hook up your I got all these voicemails. When you go to hook up your brake lines, you're basically just wanting them to go from point A to point B, and to not be near anything, and to not be in a place where they can chafe or have problems and issues. And so, that's really all that's required. And so what you people get all crazy about it. They're like, oh, I have to bend it to make it go the exact same way as the other ones. You really don't. Okay, you can spend time doing that if you want to, but there's no real reason. I mean, who's even going to see it or notice it? Okay, I know some of you guys think you're, like Leonardo da Vinci, and that you will notice it, but believe me, you will not notice it. What you will notice is if you don't do it and your van brakes don't work. You'll definitely notice that. If you do this and your van brakes work, you'll say, I didn't notice anything because my van brakes are working awesome. Alright, so we got Wander Wagon. He's telling us about the fact that he does some van videos, so that's cool. And I guess I will check them out after we're done here. Alright, so that's kind of some of the stuff we just got in. I got a bunch more stuff in, like just random pieces here and there. Oh, here's something I wanted to tell you guys I got too. I got some of these, this is really just, is because why not? Okay, this is because why not? So, we've got this beautiful key right here. Basically, it is an OE Volkswagen Vanagon key. Okay, these were different from like Jetta keys and stuff from back in the day. They have a letter N stamped on them, so that's how you know they're for the Vanagon. And you can see, probably I'll be sued by you-know-who, because it has the actual real logo on it. Okay, so if you want a really nice, now these are blanks, okay, but I mean if you want a nice one, a local key shop can make you a key if they have a blank. These are blanks and they're not expensive. Again, they were, I don't know if they're $8 or $9 on there. I can't remember. I just put them on yesterday. I spent a couple hours putting all these small items and parts and things into the website. Probably like 30 different items, and half of them I can't remember now because, yeah, it took me all that time and it was great. What else? So, we've been staying busy. If anybody has any questions, they can definitely, send me a question in the chat. I'll be glad to try to help you out. I talked to some people this week. Okay, we got Nougat Van. How you doing? Good to see you. Are you in Chattanooga? Is that why it's called Nougat Van? Because I lived there for a while. So I know Chattanooga pretty good. I used to be a valet parker there at their Marriott. Alright, so I've been seeing some kind of interesting stuff this week online. One of the things I saw that they were kind of talking about for the last couple weeks is the fact that I think oh crap, I'd have to look it up now. I think it's Nissan is making an electric camper van. If you guys saw this article about that. Let's see here. Yeah, Nissan. Okay, so Nissan's making an electric camper van. Of course, it is in a lot of, online magazines. It's this NV200. And the crazy part is, if I can let me see if I can do a screen share with you guys. I used to know how to do this, but I haven't really used this software for a while. Let me try it. Hold on. Is this it? Okay. Nope. Alright, let me try one more time, and then I'll give up completely. Add remote desktop presenter shot. Okay. Yeah, no. Delete shot. Okay, let me try one more time with this other thing. Local desktop presenter. Yes, definitely. That's what we want. Why? No, delete that. Nope, that's terrible. Okay, alright. Yeah, I need to do more practice with this software, because the other thing, what do you want to say? The other one was way more intuitive than this one. This one, it works, and I've used it before, and now I can't figure out how to make it work. It's so crazy. Wow. Okay, doke. Yep. Alright, I completely give up. But anyway, if you want to do a search, it's these Nissan NV200 pop-top camper deals. And the short story is they look a lot like a Westfalia, even to the point where they're two-tone and stuff, like a Westie. The long story is that, of course, and they're electric powered. The long story is, of course, that they are not available in the USA and probably never will be. So who actually cares? Okay. I just think it's funny that, people are copying Westfalias and stuff like that, and it's fine. But we can never get them here. Okay. Alright, so I got a few questions. Somebody says I need those keys. Yep. You definitely want to get some of these OE ones. You can get aftermarket ones, but they don't have the logo, so that's nice. Then Costas is asking, do actual blank tumblers exist? The ones from my fuel cap are broken. So I think the answer is I think so. I'm not a lock expert. I do not have tumblers, but I do have this guy who has tumblers and things, and so if you needed some tumblers, I could ask him about what's going on that way. It's good to see Mobile Diva on here. I was talking to her earlier, and she was talking about joining the stream, so I'm glad she made it today. And yep. All right, so I'm looking at the chat notes here, trying to see what's going on. Good to see Steve DeRuiter stopping by. It seemed like there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about too. I'm just looking around here, around the office real quick, see if I see anything that I'm completely forgetting about, because as soon as I get off, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, this thing I was trying to talk to people about, and I just totally forgot about it. Alright, on the website, we have our point system. I wanted to kind of go over that with you guys again. When you buy stuff through the website, you get points. It's basically like 5% of your purchase, and then the next time you make a purchase, at the top of the cart it says you have X amount of points. You have to have it be a user. It says you have X amount of points. You can use that towards your purchase. So some of the people have been using those points and getting money off of their purchases. That is a smart way to buy things. I mean, if you're going to buy parts for your Vanagon, why not earn points and then you can use them to buy more things later? Okay, so that's something I wanted to mention. Also, on the site now, we also have a new section that is for telling people what you think about your experience with Vanagon. I talked to you guys about it a couple weeks ago, and I'm sorry I can't screen share because, this stupid program is borked. But, if you scroll down on the website, it's like, let's see what our customers say, and you'll see these different customers that have, basically did testimonials, and if you go to view all on there, you can submit one. Okay, if you submit a testimonial, I think you get, it says you will get random amount of points, but everybody's been getting about 100 points doing that. That's basically like $5. Okay, so I know some of you guys did it back in the day with the Rivet Works. I tried to salvage that stuff when we moved because Rivet Works doesn't actually work with our new site, but it didn't really work that well. So if you want to do it again, you can get $5. Okay, I'm just letting you know. After you place an order, about a week later, you'll get an automatic email that'll say, hey, tell us about your experience and that kind of thing. And if you do it, you get $5. And I think I have it set up so you can do it so many times in 6 months. I don't want people to be like every month I'm getting all these testimonials from the same people over and over again. Because, that makes it seem like it's kind of rigged. But, I'm just letting you know what's going on with the testimonials. It's ready to go. It's live. It's working great. So if you want to use it and get some $5 out of it for a purchase, go for it. Okay, and you can see we have 3 people right now who did it, and they got their money. They went ahead, and one of them I know for sure did another order and used the money for that, and so that's what it's all about. Alright, I'm just trying to think of anything else. Alright, so one time, sometimes people send me stuff. Okay, Billy Shepard sent me some some honey, and I definitely appreciate that from Arizona. And sometimes people send me stuff. I have a picture on the wall art this lady sent me. I have a bunch of cards people sent me from, you know, me helping them get their vans on the road and take trips, and they send me cards and stuff from their trips, and that's all awesome. Okay, I will tell you about the person though that sent me something or gave me something that was the thing I liked the most. I like coffee. Okay, I like coffee, and this one lady, one time we did some work on her van, and she came here. She says, "Have you ever tried Melita coffee?" I'm like, "No, I thought that was like Melita was like a coffee maker." She's like, "Oh no, they make coffee." So she gave me like a whole bag of these coffee cans, and that coffee is really good. So what I'm trying to say is, if something happens and you say, "Hey, I want to send Ken something cool," I like to say thanks to him, or just I want to get mentioned on a video because I'm sending in a I'm sending him something nice or whatever. Coffee, okay, would be great because I really like it and I drink it every single day. I'm drinking it right now. Okay, I'm not. This ain't David Letterman show, so this isn't like vodka or something. This is actually coffee. There you go. Okay. All right. So what else is going on? Okay, Costas is saying he is a guy in Greece is partying at 20 vans. Anything you need? Saw the listing a few months ago. I mean, most of the things I would need would probably cost too much money to ship. That's one of the problems with getting stuff over there. I mean, if you wanted to get some stuff, Costas, and you have a place to store it, that's basically how I started my business. Okay. We had a, what they call it, U-Pull-It here in our area in Vineland, New Jersey. They also call them U-Wrench-It sometimes. And when I very first started out, I bought a van. I bought an 84 Vanagon that was broken down. Then I'm like, I needed parts for it. I started getting some used parts, go to the U-Pull-It, pull some parts off, found out what parts were valuable to people, what people were looking for, grabbed them, sold it to them, used that money to buy more parts. That Vanagon wasn't really that great, although now probably it would be awesome, but back then it was pretty rough. So I actually bought another Vanagon and used parts off of that one to get that one running. And, you know, that's how it kind of all started. So, you know, what I would recommend, Costas, you're in Greece. These vans are in Greece. There's other Vanagon owners in Greece. What I would say is, if you have an interest, grab the instrument clusters. Grab, you know, hey, I had a Smurfmobile, that's right. Well, that was my second van, the Smurfmobile. Grab the instrument clusters. Grab the ECUs. Grab the engine wiring harnesses. Grab the distributors. I'm trying to think of what else would be the most valuable items on there. The front seats, if they're in nice condition, if you have a place to store them. But those items, they're all small items. You can get them off pretty easily. Sliding door handles would be good. And those items are worth a lot of money. Okay, a good used ECU that you know is good, you can get at least a couple $100 for that here in the U.S. So over there, you know, probably be similar. You just want to make sure, you know, what are you paying for this stuff. So, you know, usually a U-Pull-It place, they're going to let you pull the stuff off yourself. I mean, you get it pretty inexpensive. When that place was going full blast, you know, we would do little tricks like you pull the door off that has everything in it, right? The regulator, the door panel, this, that. The old guy that was there, he'd be like, okay, a door, $40, boom. So you got everything. You got the glass, mirror, door panel, this, that, everything. Okay? And of course that door, then you could part out that door, right? You could part out that door. Yeah, Billy Shepherd, 86 and up spindles here. That's a thing that's worth some money. How do you see if the ECU is okay? You would have to test it in another van. That would be the best way. Or the other way, here's the poor man's way of testing it. If you're getting it from a junkyard van, is the Vanagon, did it crash? That means it was driving down the road. So if you had one that got crashed, like in the front, it hit something, you can pretty much assume it was driving when that happened, and that the ECU was good and all the other stuff was good. Okay, if if it just looks like it sat forever and is whatever, then you don't know anything. The ECU could have went bad, and that's why it sat for 5 million years. But yeah, if you see that it hit something and crashed, yeah, all that stuff's probably fine. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, so U-Pullets was something. I remember going there, and you would start pulling stuff off, and it would start raining on you. You'd have to jump inside these vehicles and get out the rain. Sometimes you jump inside something, and on the inside of it there was just blood everywhere, and the windshield was all smashed, and you're like, oh my gosh, the horrors this car saw. And yet it was good times. I kind of miss it in a way. It's gone now. Actually, the place that it used to be is now our shop right here, where we go get our groceries. So for a while, when I first started going there, I was like, oh, the memories of the U-Pullet. And it used to just be like a big muddy field with like 50,000,000 cars up in the air. But there was a lot of good times there. And when I had people call me, this is back when cell phones were just starting out, they'd come up, hey, there's a Vanagon here. A Vanagon just came in. And man, we would like drop everything, run over there, grab the transmission, grab the engine, grab all the, because for us we had vehicles, we could do all that stuff. I mean, it was good times. Okay, so there you go, Costas. There's something you can do to make some whatever they use for money in Greece. Like there's little olives, I think. Get a whole bunch of them olives, and you can put it in your pot in your olive bank or something, and then you have money. Okay, so that's how money works. Okay, in Greece. Alright, so Billy Shepard reminded me of something. I was talking to, we have these big brake kits on our site. And the company that we buy them from, we've been buying them from since they started selling them back in, I don't know, 2001 or something. And this company was kind of a pain in the butt. It was a pain in the butt, and it was also good at the same time. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Alright, but this company, they would get things that nobody else could get. And the prices that they charged were ridiculously low. Okay, ridiculously low. And I started dealing with them. Their prices were so low that they... I know, I'm just joking about the olive part. Their prices were so low that they would actually sell to us. They would sell to like all the big wholesalers. Sometimes they would be buying their stuff from them too, because their prices are ridiculous. So that was the good side. Okay, and they would get crazy weird stuff, like randomly they would have a 5-speed transmissions from a Vanagon from Europe that were new. Okay, and this was not that long ago, like 5 years ago, they had some of them. 10 years ago, when South Africa was going on, they would get the grills kits in. They would get all kinds of weird South African stuff and things. I still have some of these weird South African Vanagon interior lights that I've never, seen that before. So it's so crazy. This company was just crazy. But I'll tell you the biggest problem I had with them, which was basically that they never really treated you very well. Like at one time we were getting these 15-inch rims from South Africa. And so, with me, I would spend like a couple $1,000s with them a month. Then when they went to the South African wheels, and I was selling them and selling them and selling them, I finally said, all right, I'm going to go big or go home. I did like $10,000 order. I grabbed a ton of these things. They came here in a Big Mac truck, and we basically filled up a room in the basement. Okay. Hey, Jackbox, good to see you. And also Mr. Elliot Reed. No problem. And I'm glad we helped you out with your oil buzzer thing. So, we did all that. And when I got the wheels here, I'm unloading them, unloading them. As I'm going down through this humongous pile, they're getting worse and worse and worse. Like, in other words, the way they stacked them, they purposely were hiding bad ones at the bottom. And even to the point where I got to the very bottom of the pile, there were wheels that had a giant arrow scratched into it, or etched into it, pointing to the defects in the wheels. Like it was made wrong, or it was curved, or whatever. It was a giant defect that had a ginormous arrow pointing directly to it, and they sent me that. So, you know, I call them up. Anytime I would have a problem, call them up. I'm having a problem with a part. You know, can you guys help me out? Can you do anything? No. Nope. You're just lucky to get them. But we could have sold them to somebody else. We sold them to you. So, you know, you're super lucky that way. I'm like, wow. And that's how they treated everybody. Like, it really didn't matter how much money you spent with them. It didn't matter the fact that I had been dealing with them for 20 years or anything. Okay? They basically just didn't care. So, that long story goes into this, that I called them this week because the big brake kits, they were out of stock on. I talked to my salesman. I said, when are they going to be back? They said August. Okay, they should be back in August. I'm like, that's terrible. They were out of stock since, I don't know, February. And I'm like, how am I supposed to sell things that I don't have? People wanted them. They were buying them through the website, but then I found out I didn't have any to sell. They said, oh, we'll have some in August. So August rolls around. I had sent them an email a couple weeks ago saying, hey, are you guys getting these in? What's the ETA and all that stuff? Never got a response. I'm like, that's kind of strange. So called them yesterday. Yeah, the reason why I'm not getting a response from them is because they're done. Okay, they're done. The guy that owned it died about 3 years ago. His son apparently has been trying to like go along, limp along, and that kind of thing. And so, you know, they're done now. And they're actually getting absorbed into another company called Cascade Parts or something up in Oregon. And I talked to one of the guys there, and I said, listen, if you guys even do a little tiny bit of customer service, you will beat them out, because they never did any customer service at all, and it was horrible. Okay, so anyway, you know, this is what's happening. I feel like the parts thing is contracting a little bit. It seems like the aftermarket parts world is contracting a little bit. One of our main suppliers got bought out by another supplier recently, which then they got bought out from another supplier recently, then they got bought out by another supplier. So I think they're on like the third buyout at this point. I'm hoping that means something good, but I'm thinking it's the aftermarket car parts is contracting to some degree. What it means to us, means to me, is I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, which is sourcing more and more and more parts from Europe. And you can see behind me back here in that room and stuff, there's like a whole bunch of stuff back there that we've been getting. And we just have to keep putting in more racks to put more stuff in. So, there you go. Alright, so that's my ramble about that. You know, that one particular company, I'm not going to name the name of it. They're over and gone. It's not anybody you guys probably know, so don't guess it. Alright, so I got some questions on here. Nuga Van says, AC question. Trying to decide if I should replace my AC components, just recharge my system, and it only lasted 3 weeks. Also considering the N-Dash upgrade. Okay, so if you have the stock system that is for, like, say, a 87 to 91, either a Westie or a regular Vanagon. Now, definitely the regular, the tin top. Okay, if you have the 87 to 91 tin top AC unit system where it goes down the center of the van, like a big trunk deal, and then you have it kind of blowing on your face right there. I mean, I would 100% stick with that and just repair it. Because that system is great. It works really well. It can work really well if everything's, you know, if you get some new hoses or something, whatever's going on with it. That's what I would do. Okay? If it was a Westie, the later air conditioning on the Westies is better because they have more powerful fans and they have like this system where it brings it on to the back of the opening of the, like kind of above the rear seat, more closer to the driver passenger. That's a lot better. You could probably get away with using that with some fans. Okay. The problem with the front AC, okay, is that it works. Okay, it works, but I've kind of come to the conclusion with it that you would want to do that plus a rear AC. Okay, because there's just so much volume on the inside of the car, and the evaporator just isn't big enough to do the whole entire car. It takes a lot of time, okay, to do it. See, this is how it works. Like, you get in your car, a lot of times it's like really hot. Okay, it's really hot, and so there's a time frame, right? You get in there, you turn on the car, you turn on the AC, and then depending on how much air volume is inside the car is how long it's going to take that system to bring the temperature down, you know, to a point where it is comfortable, like 20-degree drop, 30-degree drop, whatever. Okay. So with the front dash unit that we have installed a few times, that evaporator is kind of small. And I think over time, maybe it could cool down the inside of the van, but it would be way better to have another evaporator in the rear. So that's my advice on that. If you, you know, are thinking about doing it, it really depends on what kind of AC system you have now, and then also, you know, I would recommend turning it into a split system where you plumb in the back evaporator that you already have. Like, say you have a Westie and you have a rear AC already, then you add the front dash unit and then you split them off so that they're both working and they're kind of helping each other out. Then that would probably work really well. Okay. So that's what my advice would be. Okay, so here's the 90 West Valley Synchro. Yeah, I mean, if I had a 90 West Valley Synchro, I would probably just go through the system that's in there, get some new hoses, a new condenser in the front, and then check for leaks. And then if I still felt like I was hot in the front, like put a fan on the dash that could circulate the air, like blow it back into my face, and I would probably just do that. Either that or do the dash AC and the back AC in tandem with each other. Okay, that's the two ways I would go. Probably way number one is going to be your cheaper way to go, and then way number two is going to be your, you know, dream setup way to go. But it's also going to be like a lot more expensive. All right, so no problem. And I can you know, put together like a miniature kit for you on it. But again, I was going to do kits for them. Here's the problem. Every single time someone emails me about this, I mean, I get emails about this every day, just about. Okay. Number one, people aren't realistic about the pricing. Even though I even have it listed on the video description, I'm like, this kit could cost $2,300 or something like that. People email me all the time. Apparently they watch the video on their phone. They don't look at the actual, you know, stuff under the video, which is fine. I understand. Everybody watches videos on their phone anyway. But maybe I should put that on the video itself. Like, this is how much the kit would cost. Because I get emails almost every day. I'm not even joking. And they're like, hey, I want to do the dash AC. I don't know, how much is it going to cost and what's involved and all stuff. So every single person that sends me that has a different kind of motor, has a different kind of setup. It's all, you know, I don't think there's a way to really make a kit, because each one would have to be customized by the end person anyway. Okay? I mean, I can't come up with a kit for every single permutation. Like, okay, I can come up with a kit for the water boxer that's out there, but most of the time people want this. It's like, no, I have a Subaru 2.5, a Subaru 2.2, I have a Subaru whatever, and then different years, they have different compressors, different locations of things. I have a Westie, I have a tin top, I have Synchro, I have, you know, multivan, you know, all these different permutations that way. I have a Bostik engine, you know, it's just, it never ends. So what I've kind of decided is, okay, here, I can put together a basic stuff of parts, like the dash unit, the different other pieces that I bought to, you know, do it bare bones, and then basically leave the rest of it up to you for fabricating your hoses. You have to measure stuff, and basically, yeah, just leaving it up to you. So bare bones-ish things, still like over $1,000 worth of parts. And believe me, there's a lot more stuff you're gonna need, and you're gonna need somebody that knows what they're doing to, to set it all up. So anyway, so the dash AC thing, it was a great idea. I still think it could be good, still could be great, but it needs to be customized even more than what we were doing. Alright, so Mr. Elliott says, do you think 340 is a reasonable rate for the oil pressure sensor replacement? Well, I'll tell you what. I think that's a little high. Okay. They want to replace the oil pressure sensor that's down by the water pump. Let's see, that takes about 15 minutes. Okay, it's pretty easy. You just unplug it, put the proper sized thing on there. I think it's a 24mm socket. You can't push it in all the way because there's a little tine thing on the sensor. And then you break it loose, and then you just unscrew it by hand. You screw the new one in and tighten it, and that's it. It's like 15 minutes. Okay, I've did it a ton of times because people come in here with the buzzer thing, and we do that first. $350 is basically I don't really want to do this, but I will if you will make my bed that I'm going to sleep on tonight out of money, or like do this, make it rain, then I'll do it. Okay, so again, your mileage may vary, but yeah, it takes me 15 minutes to do it here. And it's very, yes, like Jackbox says, easy DIY job. I mean, you have the gauge set up, so yeah, I would disable the pin and just forget it. You know what I'm saying? Just forget it. Oh, we got Peter Benici. Hey man, he's from down under, so it's always good to see Peter here visiting with us. He's one of our Patreons on Patreon. And again, if you guys want to support us, some of you guys say, hey, I bought $20 million worth of Go Westy products, and now I'm broke. I'm living in a cardboard box down by the river. I don't even have a Vanagon. I have like a picture of a Vanagon painted on the side of my refrigerator box I'm living in. But you can support it, or I live in Australia, like Peter Benici, and you're far away. And actually, that's not even really a good excuse because Peter buys stuff from us. So what's your excuse? All right, but say you have reasons. All right, so reasons I can't buy stuff from you. You can support us on Patreon, become a patron, and then it helps us be able to make more videos and do things. Our YouTube thing is great as far as getting word out there about different parts that we have. But actually getting like money from it, yeah, it basically works on the logic of like spin the bottle, whatever logic that is. So like 1 month when things were super slow this winter, I was making $25 a month off of the ad revenue. Wow-wee, I can't believe it. Okay, right now, when everyone is watching my videos and they're all blowing up and like getting tons of views and all that stuff, I'm making $20 a month off of it. What is logic is that? It's called YouTube Logic, and I've basically stopped trying to figure it out. Everybody thinks YouTubers like Jackbox, right? Jackbox. I mean, he's living in this beautiful yacht. And he drives to work every day in his stretched Vanagon, and he works for 2 hours and does a video, and then he's sleeping on his bed made out of money. And those YouTube plaques, like 1 million view plaques, that's his pillows. But the reality is that YouTube pretty much stinks on ice for paying you money for anything. I wouldn't really mind, okay, because a lot of you guys, I'm preaching to the choir here. You guys that are on the stream, you guys buy stuff. That's great. And that's all I really want. That's all I really want. But there's other people, okay? I sit there and watch people on my website all day. I can watch through my Zendesk, okay? And I see where they're coming from. They're coming from Italy. They're coming from Spain. They're coming from Ireland. They're coming from the Czech Republic. They're coming from Japan and all over the world. And what are they doing? They are sitting on the site. They are reading articles and reading articles and reading articles and reading articles. Right now, as we speak, if I went onto the site thing and looked at stuff, there's probably this one particular person from Ireland. Okay, they might be watching this right now, and they're reading articles. They've been on there for this entire week, every single day. They spent hours on the site reading articles. Okay, fine, that's fine. Okay, but I'm just saying that, you know, that costs me money to have that on there. That costs me money to, you know, keep it going, to do more, to do new ones. Okay, it takes time and effort. And if you can't buy the parts, okay, I understand. You're in Ireland and it's super big fat pain in the butt to, yeah, it's a big fat pain in the butt to get something from another country. Sometimes it isn't right, and then how are you going to return it and all this other stupid stuff. I understand all that, okay? But you could support us on Patreon instead, okay? And if you did that, then you can read all the articles you want. And you can be a Patreon. We can mention your name, like, you know, like Peter Benici and Eric Schneider and Chris Snyder. There's our 3 Patreon people right there. Okay, I try to mention their name every video. Why? Because they're supporting us. Okay, that's one of the reasons why we can do stuff and things. So, you know, check out Patreon, Vanagon. We're in there. If you want to help us out, support us. I mean, I'm going to have some things in the future to give to supporters. Like, I actually asked all the supporters. I have gave them hand cleaner, cups, and calendars. Pretty much every single one. And so, you know, they've all gotten stuff out of it. It's not just, hey, give Ken money and get nothing. Okay? I give them things. So, you know, take a look. And we have different levels and that kind of thing. And somebody's calling me over and over right now. It's great. They're trying to get on the live stream. Alright, so does anybody else have any other questions? I've been rambling here for a while. It's that 47-minute mark. I'm just glad that we got this stream going. Next week, I'm going to try to do some more playing around so I can get the, you know, screen share going. I like to show you kind of cool stuff I see on the computer during the week. I actually kind of stockpile that stuff so I can talk to you guys about it here on the show. But this week, you know, we had that one thing about the electric camper vans. That was kind of cool. I wish I could have showed you them because they look so much like a Westfalia. It's just kind of crazy. I mean, but again, we're not getting them here. We got people that are, you know, did I check out CJH's DIY dash kit? I did not. Yeah, I think Jackbox has been trying to talk to me about, he's been talking to me about this repair kit for the instrument cluster that some guy in England is making, and I keep meaning to look at it, and I keep forgetting. I mean, just to be honest with you guys, for the last 3 or 4 months, everything has been about the new website and trying to make sure it's working properly and all that stuff. I mean, our latest glitch this week was some kind of weird glitch with phone numbers. That the site didn't like phone numbers, and people were trying to enter their phone number all kinds of different ways, and it wouldn't accept it. And so finally I just disabled the thing that was requiring the phone numbers to, you know, make some kind of sense to a computer somewhere, and that seems to fix it. So, you know, so hopefully that's going on. But yeah, everything's been focused on that. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I'll have to check that out, Jackbox. I appreciate you reminding me of that. I keep forgetting to check into it. Well, under $100. Yeah, I'll have to get one, and then maybe I'll put it, you know, do a video of putting it together here, because the Go Westy one, the foil thing, the Go Westy one does, it's okay. You know, it's not my favorite one. I kind of want something a little bit nicer, a little bit less, I don't know. I did one for a customer, and it worked and everything. I don't want to badmouth it too much. All right. Oh, I know what I keep wanting to talk about. So this month, okay, is our 20th anniversary of Vanagon. This is our 20th year anniversary. We started Vanagon in 1998, in August of 1998. Okay, so 20 years. I wanted to get you guys advice or whatever about how should I celebrate that. I want to celebrate it this month. I want to do something nice for the customers, and I want to do something nice for for you guys. So let me know what you think about celebrating the 20th anniversary of Vanagon, how we could do that in a way that we would both enjoy it. I would enjoy it, you guys would enjoy it. But I'm just happy. I feel blessed to be here for 20 years. And Vanagon nude. Jack, you don't want to see that, believe me. That would be a way to make everybody leave. But, man, British people are hardcore. We wanna celebrate it. I mean, I'm blessed to be here for 20 years. I did this as a hobby starting out, but we've been doing it full time for a really long time, and so we've just been really, really blessed to be able to do it all this time. I had people ask me, what else do you do? I'm like, this is it. This is my full-time job. Been paying our bills and everything for 20 years with this. And so I just praise God for that. He's the one that gave me the idea to do it. I've tried other things for a while. When we first started out, my wife was like, you try and do other things. Try other stuff. Because, you can't just do that. And so I tried a bunch of different other jobs. We did Prime Star dish installs for a while. We worked at a few other places, and the funny part was I was actually making more money with the Vanagon parts at the house than I was running all over the state of New Jersey installing Prime Star. It was kind of crazy. I have so many stories. I mean, one thing about Prime Star, I did actually have a Vanagon I was using as my install truck for Prime Star, but see how old that is. I mean, nobody even knows what Prime Star is. It's like before Dish Network. Before, now they had these little dishes. They're like the actual size of a dish. Back then, it was a dish that was like the size of your, if you have a 40-something inch or 50-inch TV, that's how big the dish was. Now, that's small compared to, the original dishes that some of you older guys know about that were like, I don't know, 8-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot satellite dishes that look like something that, came off of like a NASA installation. That's the old ones. Then these Prime Star ones, they were kind of like in between. They were, 3 feet across, which is smaller. They weren't that hard to install, okay? But then about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years after I stopped doing it, they came out with the ones that were, like 12 inches across, and you see them everywhere. So Billy Shepherd wants to know where my mini-me is. You're talking about Leah. She is at Chick-fil-A working. She might be home now. I don't know. Maybe she's watching this live stream. If she is, she might come out here. I don't know. But, yeah, she's working at Chick-fil-A. She went back to work for that. Billy says, sell some 20-year hats. Yeah, that might be an idea. I mean, I actually have some, T-shirt, ideas that I'm going to be working on. Maybe I'll do a 20-year T-shirt. Okay, maybe I'll do 20. So I see Rusty came on. Welcome, Rusty Shackelford. Do I carry an aftermarket cruise control for an 88 Weekender? Why, yes, I do. I have an aftermarket cruise control for that with an extension harness. If you're interested in that, you can email me about it, and I'll sell it to you. But it was a project we worked on over the winter. It's one of those projects that didn't get done because the website thing, right? The website was supposed to be done in February. Didn't get done until June, and then we've been scrambling all summer. Go through our busiest time of the year and also launch our new website at the exact same time. That'll be great. That's great. But that's not what was supposed to happen. So it's kind of messing up all of our other projects. But we'll get back to it. But yeah, if you want that, Rusty, I have basically a kit that's rigged up that's pretty much ready to go for that. Alright, anybody else? If you guys have any suggestions, I know we're getting close to the hour time, so I'm going to get ready to cut it off. If you have any more suggestions about how to celebrate the 20th year besides getting naked, because that's not happening, okay? Just go ahead and put it in our comments. You guys might be watching this tomorrow. If you made it this far, you should get some big prize, but I'm not sure what that is because, yeah. But anyway, Please like, share, subscribe. Okay. Become a patron on Patreon, because that's actually something that can help us pay our bills and do more. I would like to do more things. I got some stuff behind me right now in some boxes back here that I would like to do some stuff. Basically, I've got a gas tank for Vanagon back there, and I'm going to try to do the second half of our famous and also infamous gas tank video that everyone is super mad that we didn't finish. We did finish it, but then our computer, the phone ate it. The Pixel, my beautiful Pixel phone, just decided, you don't want that video, and it just disappeared. I don't know what happened to it, but we can never find it. So I was going to do the second half of the video. Maybe I'll get my daughter to help me with it, since she was in the first half, and we will do it inside here so you guys can kind of see how stuff's supposed to go together. Like, I don't have to do it under a van, because if I did, you wouldn't be able to see anything. Like, I'm trying to hook up the crossover pipe and all this other stuff. How can you see that when, like, basically the van's in the way? So we'll do it kind of like a mock-up pantomime version or something, so you guys can see that. And also the video on the cruise installation, I should be able to do something like that for you. I actually have a local customer that has pretty much the exact same cruise control that I'm going to be selling already installed in his van, so I could get him over here. We could do a little video about how to do it, and go from there. So that's basically it, guys, for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming out today. Thanks for being here with us. Next week I'll try to, like I said, get our live stream thing so that we can actually see what's happening and that kind of thing and on the screen. But that's it for this week, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week on the next video. Alright, guys, peace, and thanks for 20 years of Vanagon.